Mute it. Mute it. Alright, they can't see the TV. Waiting for everyone to join, but Kamala's about to do her concession speech. We're about to react to it.
See, I have to do this.
Most nutritious, highest quality food they've ever.
Okay,
Hello.
you could turn. You could turn it. They still have the music on, so it took her. They know that they had to probably give her a tranquilizer to make her come out there. This is something she did not want to do. She should have done this yesterday.
Good. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So let me say
That you
and
were
I love
lame.
you back. And I love you back.
No, you should have been out there
So let me
yesterday.
say, my heart is full today. My heart is full today, full of gratitude for the trust you have placed in me, for not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright. As long as we never give up, and as long as we keep fighting. To my beloved Doug and our family, I love you so very much. To President Biden and Dr. Biden, thank you for your faith and
They
support.
voted for Trump.
To Governor Walz and the Walz family, I know your service to our nation will continue.
Boo.
And to my extraordinary team, to the volunteers who gave so much of themselves,
Trump, Trump, Trump.
to the poll workers and the local election officials, I thank you all. Look, I am so proud of the race we ran, and the way we ran it.
It was horrible.
And the way we ran it.
It was horrible.
Over the 107 days of this campaign,
You didn't speak.
we have been intentional about building community and building coalitions, bringing people together from every walk of life and background, united by love of country with enthusiasm and joy in our fight for America's future. And we did it with the knowledge
Let's go,
that
Trump.
we all have so much more in common than what separates us.
Wow.
For fairness and the dignity of all people. A fight for the ideals at the heart of our nation. The ideals that reflect America at our best. That is a fight I will never. To the young people who are watching,
Wow.
it is. I love you. To the young people who are watching, it is okay to feel sad and disappointed, but please know it's going to be okay. On the campaign, I would often say, when we fight, we win. But here's the thing. Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power. You have power. And don't you ever listen when anyone tells you something is impossible because it has never been done before. You have the capacity to do extraordinary good in the world. And so to everyone who is watching, do not despair. This is not a time to throw up our hands. This is a time to roll up our sleeves. This is a time to organize, to mobilize, and to stay engaged for the sake of freedom and justice and the future that we all know we can build together. Look, many of you know I started out as a prosecutor, and throughout my career, I saw people at some of the worst times in their lives. People who had suffered great harm and great pain, and yet found within themselves the strength and the courage and the resolve to take the stand, to take a stand, to fight for justice, to fight for themselves, to fight for others. So let their courage be our inspiration. Let their determination be our charge. And I'll close with this. There's an adage an historian once called a law of history, true of every society across the ages. The adage is, only when it is dark enough can you see the stars.
Oh, here we go.
I know many people feel like we are entering a dark time.
What? You hear?
But for the benefit of us all, I hope that is not the case. But here's the thing, America, if it is, let us fill the sky with the light of a brilliant, brilliant billion of stars.
Oh, yeah. Who would love this? Listen to this.
The light of optimism, of faith, of truth, and service. It's you. And may that work guide us, even in the face of setbacks, toward the extraordinary promise of the United States of America. I thank you all. May God bless you. And may God bless the United States of America.
Wow.
I thank you all.
That's it. That makes no sense that was it. It's unbelievable that's all that they. It makes no sense that was it. Now she has Doug, he's out there, but she should. I just can't believe how short even her farewell speech was. This was a farewell speech. I mean, and what she should have done was even have her husband come out there as she was speaking and the family or whatever. But I don't know. This was just ridiculous. I mean, even her hi, how you doing? You know, I'm just so surprised that, you know what, I always expect more from her. I really try to give her the benefit of the doubt. I expected her to give us a little bit more. What about you guys? There's more Secret Service up there. Look at this. Look at this. Ain't nobody after her, dude. Don't nobody care. Look at this guy. Like he's scoping. They doing more for her than a former president that had 2 assassination attempts on him. Good grief. This was, I don't know why I expect more from her, but I did. I really did. Where my glasses at? I really did. You have to come out here. You know, I'm really disappointed. I don't know about you guys, or what did you guys expect? Because I really expected more from her. Maybe that was asking for too much.
That was kind of short.
Yeah, it was kind of short. She did her 20 minutes or less. I mean, you're going to address the world and the American people that you couldn't talk, I mean, more in depth, just a little bit longer. After all, you didn't even
Yeah.
greet 1,000 people that was out there in the cold at middle of the night. You didn't even grace them with your appearance. I'm like disappointed even more now. I mean, I'm like more disappointed that she spoke.
Yeah.
What are they saying?
Oh, you know, I think people deserve more respect than that. The Democrats and the people who voted for her and have been supporting her for all of this time, such as the people yesterday. She didn't even come to their rally event for her, hoping she became president. So, but hey, she's not president. I think she's a little mad. So
She got a little mad. I think they gave her a tranquilizer or something. She just seemed to me to be out of sorts. I think they doped her up because she was talking nervously and she wouldn't come out yesterday. And I don't know, she just seems off to me. Like, did she think that people actually should have made her the commander in chief? She wasn't even presidential, even in the farewell or goodbye speech or however you want to label it.
She was confident she was gonna win. You could say. What do you think about that, Mom?
What?
Someone said she was confident she was gonna win. That's why.
She was not confident that she was going to win. Do you know that she had $1 billion after they did the coup on Biden and pushed Biden out? She had $1 billion. They were able to pay all these celebrities, all these stars. She had mainstream media when they would say anything about Trump, it was 90% negative and it was 93% positive for her. She had the pastors, black sorority. She had Jamal Bryant. God gonna deal with him. You know, she had all of this support. I mean, and then she didn't even speak to the media the first 84 days of running for president.
Oh,
so,
Paul, you still lost, buddy.
You know, she was not going to lead this country out of the mess she caused. You know, you can't. How is she going to lead us out of what she done? And we haven't even seen the full result that she got us into. Because wait till these terrorists that are here, because you know they open the borders, they put American citizens in danger. That's what they've done.
Love you too.
So they're out, and now Trump is going to have to deal with the terrorists, the cartel, fentanyl, Venezuelan gangs, sanctuary cities. He's going to have to deal with the economy, 2 wars, inflation. I mean, all of this is on his back to try to clean this stuff up. But thank God he got the Avengers.
Thank God he's Trump.
He's Trump, that he knows what he's doing. See, Putin and them, they calling him because they were waiting to see how the results of this election. You guys don't know that with Trump stepping in, he stopped a lot of stuff from being kicked off by these other world leaders, because they've been plotting and planning and working together with this weak administration. So,
dang, some of these people.
Well, some people are gonna be bitter, you know.
Yeah.
They feeling bad because they couldn't see this country destroyed more. They just they not satisfied. Darn, what does it take? To tell you how bad it was. This is the first time, I believe, in American history that all Americans came together of all different races. You had Black people, Latinos, whites, Jews, Muslim, Palestinians, the Amish, Native Americans, Indian people, Asians, everyone came together and stood together on this. We all stood 10 toes down that we didn't want any more of this administration. And the people have I hit resume. Sorry, you guys. A phone call came in and it just, threw it off. Well, anyway, like I'm just really stunned that these people that are in office now thought that the American people was stupid enough to want more of this nonsense. More of this nonsense.
Yeah, so really happy. It's really thankful that Trump still kept pushing through, even though all he was going through. Because like, if I was him, I would have been quit, bruh.
After the first
After
assassination attempt.
the first sniper, bruh, I would have been out of there. So I'd be like, my days of running for office is done with. But he's being
And what did he say? Fight, fight, fight.
yeah, fight. Just dude's a legend, bro. So
Life is script is on.
Hey, Life is Script. Hello. Yeah, so she had a really short speech. Like I just went in my room to listen to a song. When I came back out, it was over. I was like, God dang. But I felt like people deserve that support because these Democrats go tooth and nail for her. People that support her deserve to hear, at least a little bit more from her. And so, and she was still taking shots at Trump, of course, about peaceful transfer of power and all that. But as always,
and about democracy.
And about democracy. Where you at, Mom?
I'm listening to you. You're funny. Yes, this, really, I don't know that if she realizes that expectations for her are up here, not down here. So when you skip out on your supporters like she did last night, I think that spoke volumes about the character that she's already been displaying throughout her running for office that no one voted for her to run for in the first place. But she proved this all right. I mean, you don't run and hide because it appears that you're losing. At the time, all the votes weren't even counted, but you're supposed to at least show some kind of class and come out and acknowledge the people that are out there in the middle of the night. And mind you, some people probably had to go to work today. There were people that had to show up for work that probably had 2 hours of sleep if they slept at all. So I think that the people that supported her, they deserve more than what she's doing. Even the people that's out there today, look how long she was even late even speaking. She's supposed to go speak at 4:00. What time did she come out? What time was it? Like a half an hour later? She comes out, but they waited out there for hours for her to address them. And you couldn't go into more detail. Did she mention how she was going to work along with this administration that she cares so much supposedly about? And I bet that you won't hear her saying she black any longer. I promise you, I'll bet anybody, you ain't going to see her at no black church. She's not going to be behind nobody pulpit in the near future. All this clowning and all this fake Christianity that she was trying to display at the end just to win the black vote. When they realized that they couldn't win still without the black vote, that they thought that these immigrants and, Gavin Newsom, he told them they didn't have to, if you asked for ID, it was criminal, that they would lock you up. So it was a lot of people working on her behalf to rig this whole election was rigged. I mean, they should make a movie of this whole process. Somebody should play Trump, what he was going through, the machine. I mean, this is like House of Cards, the real House of Cards. I don't know if anybody ever saw that movie. I loved it, the House of Cards. But that's exactly what this is. It's the House of Cards. And they should do a real life movie about the assassination attempts, about the impeachments, the the coup that they did on Biden, our candidate that's running for president, how they had him in court for like 6 weeks. He couldn't even campaign. He was like on lockdown, fake charges. The government's DA trying to prosecute him. I mean, trying to take away his fortune. I mean, he went through it to win. They did all that and they thought, okay, he's a felon. Now we are gonna make him a criminal, and now people are not gonna vote for him. He received more money when he became a felon than ever before. Then they realized that's not the way to go. These people like him more that he's a felon. So it was crazy. Everything they tried to do to him, it backfired. And it's amazing. It's amazing how when your enemies, when they try to come at you and what they mean for bad for you, it turns out being bad for them. It's just amazing how God works that. Like what they meant for you is what happens to them. So all that evil they kept trying to do to him and try to stop him, God said no. When God said no, there's nothing they could do. They couldn't stop him from obtaining the office because it was God ordained. God had his hands on his man. He most definitely, because there's no way unless it was God that he turned his head like that and he was able to still run and become president, because they just wanted him out. And then we would have had Biden. They would have never exposed Biden suffering from dementia. There would have been no candidate for the Republicans that they really had in line to run against anyone. So they would have won the election. It would have had a whole different turnout. But because they couldn't take him out in his life, unalive him, and they want us to believe that the Secret Service and FBI are so incompetent that a 22-year-old is smarter than them. He actually flew a drone. I mean, we don't buy this. We know that that they're the top notch in the world as far as, being, like FBI agents, like what you see on James Bond or something. These people are elite. These are elite forces. These are not your everyday cops and sheriffs. These are elite people. And they go through extensive training in all kinds of fields. They deal with stuff that we'll never know, the capacity of the things that they do. But, they keep a lot from us. But it's unbelievable, that the way that it turned out, that he is the 47th president of the United States of America, that he didn't just win Pennsylvania. I was concerned about Pennsylvania because when we went to Philadelphia like a couple of days ago, it was just signs was everywhere. The media, they just drowned the Black community in commercials and ads, supporting Kamala. You had my former church pastor, Bishop Mars, how they had her speak at his church. I think that was a couple of months ago. And now they had Christ of Deliverance, another Church of God in Christ. She spoke there recently, and has spoken at Jamal Bryant's church in Georgia. And you had Black pastors acting like, yeah, we need to vote for her, and trying to have the congregation, mislead them for someone who mocked God, denounced God. God is not into abortion. God is not into same-sex marriages. God is not into men and women's sports. Everything that the Bible is against and the principles of the Bibles, they're trying to tell the congregation that's like telling God congregation to vote for the devil. It's everything against the word of God. We're going to put God in it. So, but I don't know. I'm really still excited. I feel like I didn't get much sleep. I'm just on this morning's adrenaline, that I'm glad that this is over with. And I'm glad that he just didn't win Pennsylvania, because if they try to say something about that, he won all the swing states and he won the popular vote. And they said that was the first time in 20 years that the Republican, I guess, had won the popular vote as well as the election. So he won large. It was a tremendous victory. And the people, one thing about it, I was losing faith in American people, but American people, the majority, was enough people to see through all the nonsense. The majority of the people realized, and they saw, even with all that mainstream media, even with all the Hitler accusations, even with calling him all kinds of names. He's a fascist. He's this. He's that. He's a threat to democracy. Y'all not going to have freedom. He said that he's going to lock people up. And I mean, they just go on and on and on with what they wanted the people to believe in this man. And every rally, the only thing he's talking about is building this nation up, actual policies, actual actions he want to take, actual things that he's already accomplished in his term. He could look at his record, and she couldn't run on her record because it was crap, for lack of a better word. We all felt the results of this administration, and it's been terrible. And I'm glad that they're gone. I just hope nothing jumps off before he's sworn in January, because with Joe Biden is still the president and in Russia anybody gonna move, it would be like now. So I just hope everything stays as far as world leaders, that they like don't try to take advantage of the United States right now, because they know Trump is coming and he gonna shake it up. And what we don't realize, we need a strong leader. We need a man to be in charge, a man that knows how to talk business, a man that knows how to talk their language, that knows how to put them in check. So Trump is no joke, and they know that he know how to hit them in the pockets. That's where you hurt him. He knows what to do. Like he said, we're going to end the war in Ukraine. We're going to end it because we've been pumping. I think we gave Ukraine maybe 200 billion and of our taxpayer dollars. And how much have we done for the people here? How much have we spent on illegal immigrants, and what have we done for American citizens? I think that was the disconnect that American citizens felt, is that we are supposed to help the world, but we're not helping the people here. You're not helping us. You're not doing anything for us. And that's when I draw a line in the sand. I'm like, we got vets that fought in wars, lost limbs, legs, and their mind, and we're not helping them, but we're helping people that disrespect us, disrespect our country, that mean us harm, and we're taking care of them with our money, and they're laughing and they're robbing and they're spitting in our faces. And, we're not going for that. They thought that foolery was going to work, that you have Taylor Swift endorse, you strut out Beyonce, you have Lady Gaga, Oprah, Julia Roberts, Robert De Niro, Usher, Jermaine Dupri, you name it. Megan Thee Stallion, they had just trotting out all these stars, these fake concerts. Jennifer Lopez, Cardi B, throw some stars. We don't have to promise them nothing. Just throw some stars at them, and we're not falling for the okie doke. We're not falling for it. So I'm very, very happy about our victory. I mean, we deserve it. I'm happy about it. Are you guys happy we won? Not mad, just disappointed that half of the country is uneducated. Yeah, but we're going to have to still support him, because these people, Elijah, are not going to go down without a fight. They're going to try to, everything he tries to do to improve how we are living, all the great stuff, they're going to complain about everything. She couldn't even get a speech she had a 10-minute, 15-minute speech and just left. I mean, it was so lame. I mean, she could have said more. She could have said, I'm going to work with him. We're going to work together, and these are the things, that we're going to assist them in, because we need to be. She didn't even give that kind of speech. She didn't do it. I think she felt at them little 10 words that she said. She felt at that and still needed a teleprompter. So speak from your heart. We don't have a teleprompter. What I'm saying, I don't have no damn teleprompter.
Yeah, I support Trump.
We got the Trump church.
Got a lot of, upset Kamala fanatics in the comments.
Oh, I love you. Well, you know what? We all Americans, so we love you. We don't care about like what you have to say at this point. We know that you want the worst for this country.
So I said you have no choice now.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want us to keep going down this rabbit hole of no hope, with people that don't know what they doing. But the rest of us said we had enough of this nonsense. So, we didn't want to go down with the ship. Let's just put it like that. We didn't want to suffer because you wanted us to suffer. We weren't down with, you wanting to struggle along with you. So I just thought that people waited a long time to hear from her, and that just shows that she wasn't ready for the job. She seemed distraught. She seemed maybe they gave her a tranquilizer, or maybe she had a few drinks. It was for her to come out in the first place.
Okay, Tate. It's like, I can't believe people really were in support.
They wanted crazy. They wanted us to look. I'm like, I wish they could all go on the island or to Mars with her and let her run Mars. And y'all be telling me we don't have no air. Y'all could just go down that ship with her. We weren't willing as a nation to go down this let me get that ship with her. That sinking ship.
Yeah. I wouldn't feel safe, for example, if I had children with Kamala being president. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that, even me being a man, as a woman leading the country and leading everyone and stuff. I just wouldn't feel comfortable with that. I'm not saying a woman can't be president, because I will vote for Tulsi Marine, but I wouldn't feel comfortable with a 5'3" woman being president and telling us what to do and word salads and stuff. Maybe you guys are good with that, but I'm not. Maybe y'all good with that, but I'm not.
What are they saying in the comments?
You got the feminine men in the comments. Someone said I'm misogynistic. Like Trump. Yes, they're saying I'm misogynistic now. Yeah, I'm misogynistic, man.
Well, it must be, since she won a popular vote, it must be, I don't know how many like that. I guess I am too, and I'm a female, so.
Misogynistic, yeah.
It's just amazing how people can be abused, and that's how the world is. You can be abused and still want more abuse. I mean, it just seems crazy. It's like you got to tell people stop. Like you got to tell people like stop hitting me. Like they want more abuse. Like you're not going to keep hitting me. It's like I really don't get it. I mean, even children. Like I had interviewed 18-year-olds that just knew policy. I couldn't believe it. How on top of things they were. It's just amazing. They have more sense than their elders or adults, older, much older than them. And they didn't want any more of this.
Thank you.
My son, this is the first time he voted, first time voter. And
we live in a not all the way there decision making state.
Well, our state is a Democrat, but a lot of people did vote for.
Yeah, a lot of people did.
Yeah, a lot of the states that were Democratic states, they still had a big showing.
Yeah, and every vote
as
counts.
Far as they still had a big showing. I was happy with Pennsylvania. I was like worried with Pennsylvania because Pennsylvania, every election is so important. Every 4 years is like Pennsylvania.
Someone said, "What do you think about abortion?" Tulsi all day. Tulsi.
Why are they always talking about abortion? Do you think every woman in America needs an abortion, or every woman in America, their only contraception that they have is abortion? I mean, that's not even a good thing. That's an ugly thing. And when you go through something like that, it stays with you forever. But what about just taking a freaking contraceptive pill or a man wearing a condom?
Someone said that I regret voting for Trump. They could see it.
Do you regret supporting Kamala? That should be the question. I mean, she talked, everybody knows that she talked and said nothing, unless you understand word salads. Everybody knew that she didn't earn to even run. Everybody knew she was a plant. Everyone knew that she wasn't prepared. Everybody knew she talked with a teleprompter.
It's about all the women rights being taken away.
What
Well, that's
women
just like the
rights?
biggest
What
thing.
women rights were taken away? They fed people. She ran on abortion, and they're not talking about economy, inflation, illegal immigrants. They're not talking about all the two wars. They're not talking about inflation. They talk about what rights were taken away from women. You can take birth control. You can have a man wear a condom. You can decide not to have sex. You can decide to have your legs closed. You can decide that my women's rights is not to have men and women's sports. My women's rights is not having a trans man teach my kids in school, a drag queen teaching my kids in school. My right is not to have men in a woman's locker room. My right is to be able to, my kids that are alive, to be able to feed them because I'm being affected as a woman with the economy. So is more women rights. We're here. We need more than you want to talk about women rights. Those are some other women rights that everybody is not talking about. The right to not have men in women bathrooms. What about those rights? They keep talking about take one. And plus, okay, we want to talk about abortion. Understand this. Abortion was federal level. They felt as though that it shouldn't be a federal level with the government deciding on abortion for women. So when Trump came in, he gave it to the individual states so that people in that state, they can make the decision about abortions because each state is different, but the people got to vote on it instead of the government just having one rule about it. So that made more sense anyway, if you want to go there. But they fooled everybody talking about like you're losing women rights and women body. That just was gaslighting the American people. You're going to have an abortion ban outside of a rally? Abortion ban outside rally and people having abortions, and that's supposed to be wonderful. I mean, that's horrible. They campaigning on unaliving babies. That's not a campaign. And those women they talking about have children that they got to take care of. What about how their kids are growing up in the schools? You got all this. They not homosexuals going in, but now the kids now they're in there. The teachers are gay. Everybody gay. And they telling them that I think your child really like boys, or I think your child really like girls because they're being influenced by those type of demonic environments. We have a right not to expose our kids to those demonic spirits. We have a right to let our kids go to school and just learn their ABCs and math and English, geography, and those type of things, and history. We don't need people trying to indoctrinate 5-year-olds into that lifestyle and indoctrinate 4-year-olds to let them think that it's normal when it's not normal for a 6'6" man to dress up in a dress. I don't even wear makeup. I'm natural. I'm not even wearing makeup. And makeup does do a lot for you, make women look better and all that. But look, I really literally woke up like this. I don't wear makeup to come on camera and all that kind of stuff.
But I'll say we're really happy about this because Trump is going to turn this country around.
Yeah.
He's going to get this economy back to where it should be with lower gas prices, lower grocery store prices. He's going to get men out of female sports, men out of female locker rooms. He's going to get us back on track, and he's also going to be a president, because he's President Donald J. Trump now, a president that's also keeping God first and also showing love to God, which is the main thing to be appreciative over. But really excited about that and him being president again. So, because I feel like I saw a really good quote. They were like, it was a pastor. He said that another pastor told him this. He said, it's right now, if Kamala wins, it's going to be God. He's going to judge us. But he was like, if Trump wins, it's going to be God showing us mercy. So the result of this election, no matter how you feel about it, was God showing us mercy.
That's right.
and not judgment, because we don't want to face the judgment of God and being.
Go ahead.
You don't want to read the book of Revelations to find out how that will be. So that made me a little bit, when after I read that was before the election, I got a little bit kind of nervous about it, and I was like, oh, but I posted it on TikTok and stuff, but yeah, this election result was God showing us mercy.
Yeah, because we most definitely are living in the last days. You can tell the state of the world that the things people do and the crimes people commit and what's going on is just unimaginable. And these people thought that, and the thing about it, they didn't even hide the corruption. The corruption was done right in front of your face. Nothing was hidden. They in the news media, they said, well, this is what we're going to say to the people to change their mind. Like, we can't hear them. It was just unbelievable that they would tell you what they're going to do and what they're going to do to convince. Maybe we should do this, and we'll just say that he's a fascist, or we'll just keep telling them that he's a threat to democracy until they believe it. It's like they were telling us, and I guess they felt like we don't even have to hide our corruption, because they are the wolves in sheep's clothing, is what I found out. Everything the Democrats said about Trump is what they are and what they were. And they were just a pot calling the kettle black. It was really them. And when I came to that realization, when I saw all of the wicked stuff that they were doing to him, then, I'm like, this is just a lot for anyone to go through as much as he went through in order to run for president. He wasn't a criminal until he ran for president. Now we coming for him. Now we're going to take a circumstances that pass a statute of limitation, and we're going to try him while he's running for president. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to trump up charges so that we can make him a felon, and nobody still knows what the charges are even today. So this is weaponizing the justice system. So they did a lot right in front of us, and the mainstream media, they just spent it in their favor. And if you're not on social media, and if you're not getting your news from other sources instead of going on just mainstream media, from Fox to CNN to MSNBC to ABC, CBS, all of the different networks, then they're going to feed you and they're going to influence you, and they're going to have you believing what they want you to believe. That's how it's designed. They're on there, and that's their job. Like the way they went after Trump, whatever he said, they extracted and they turned it into something else. He couldn't say anything without them misinterpreting what he said, or telling half truths and not telling the whole paragraph of what he said, but they're concise to what they want you to believe. And so a lot of that was going on. So if it wasn't for social media, with people that was hearing the entirety, and then they can put it on their platforms, that's how a lot of people now are getting their information, because you can't rely on them, because the way that they lied to the people and the way they made this man that had nothing in the game, was gaining nothing from this. And like he said, who they wanted was us. They wanted power. Big government is about power. This is all about power. Illegal immigrants coming in, everything that they did to this country was to regain power, to keep power for probably the next 60 years. And they felt like if they bring them in, the illegals, put them in sanctuary cities, they get more delegates, because it goes by, the number of citizens in that state or whatever. And they thought this was their big plan. Someone sat down, it probably was Obama and a machine. And as soon as day one, they dissolved all the Trump policies, all 94, opened up the border, day one. That's what they did, day one. And they try to get as many people as fast as possible inside of this country. So that was the big plan. We were just trying to catch up. See, this was planned out. Like even with Kamala and the coup and all that, they the ones that put Biden out there. They knew once we saw Biden that he was incapable of doing that debate with Trump. They knew this. They wanted him exposed so they could put someone else in there. I don't believe that they wanted Kamala. That's why you saw Gavin Newsom hanging around. they thought it would be him. I thought it was going to be Michelle Obama, even though I know she said she didn't want to run. But I felt like if anyone, they would want to put out their strongest candidate, which would have been her. But because the money that was raised for Joe Biden and him achieving 14 million people that nominated him, that they couldn't go around her. So they had to allow her to run because they would have lost all of the money that was given towards his campaign, and they were running out of time. So this stuff was planned out. We just had to catch up. They just couldn't figure out how to get around her. But Obama didn't want her. That's why he was the last one to, what is it called? He was the last one to say, okay, this is the person that we're going to run with. And he didn't want to do it, but he couldn't get around her because he knew she couldn't be Trump. So that's what happened. And she was weak. She was a weak candidate, and she was unprepared. She couldn't even, I just really feel some type of way. Even when I was watching last night and I saw how she didn't come out, I was saying then that was really shameful. That was like classless, that people are out there. If I was running and I had thousands of people that were out there in the middle of the night supporting me, I would at least had the decency to go out there and speak to them. That's all they wanted. That would have did a lot. It would have been worth it. But to have them just out there for nothing, and then you wouldn't even come out, you wouldn't say anything, and now you're going to come out today, and the most we could get is the usual 10 to 15 minutes of a speech someone wrote for you. It was nothing that she's been doing has been sincere. I would have preferred for her to have spoken from her heart and just said, I did the best I could do, or just like ad-lib that, or something that would have been more like realistic, but not to just go out there and read and not to even say how she was going to work along with him with attitude, still saying like he's a threat undertone and all of this. And, we're sad. I'm not sad at all. I'd have been torn down if she would have won because there was no future for us with her. It was just a spot. We were just going to continue to spiral down. There was no spiraling up with her because she was incapable. She could, if you can't even come out and talk to people, you're most definitely incapable. So, so that's pretty much. Oh, somebody. Hi, I'm sorry. I didn't even see that. Thank you so much, TCH. Thank you. I didn't even see that. Thank you so much. We do appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I don't know. It wasn't moving, so I couldn't read it. Girl, talks. Yeah, I mean, the talk, even I can come on here. I'm not an elected official, but you should be able to hold a conversation and stand your ground, You have my content, okay. You should be able to hold a conversation at the lowest level. You should be able to talk to people. When you're in politics or any type of field like that, you have to be a great communicator. You have to be able to speak. You have to be able to talk. And you should be, even if you have to study, just to study, have somebody teach you how to communicate. She needed help. There was no confidence there. And I don't even know how she got to, we know how she got to become vice president. He just selected her. She just rode the ticket. So that's how she did that. And they said she worked her way up with the help of Willie Brown to get to where she was before she became, DA, I guess, of San Francisco, which everybody said that she did a horrible job at the end of the day. And I know she locked up a lot of black people. So no black man should have voted for her. She's going to try to offer black men the very thing that she locked black men up for, weed. I'm going to give you some joint. So, it was just all she had to go. And y'all wanted Tim Watts. She wasn't on the ticket by herself. She had, what do y'all feel about Tim Watts? He could have became president. What do y'all feel about him? How was he as a candidate? Yeah, I wanted Trump to say, Kamala, you're fired. But, he didn't do it. But that would have been like rightfully so. You know, they hurt this country, this administration. They did us wrong. Yeah, Tampon Tim, he got real quiet at the end. I mean, he didn't, and rightfully so. I think if I was in her position, I would have had the people that was running my campaign to come out. I would have had the person running for vice president to come out. I would have literally had them come out as well to join me on stage for all the hard work. It's like ways that they could have conducted that. He just went off into the sunset. We're not even going to hear about Tim Walz in the future unless he do something crazy, you know, or he has more allegations that he touched children. So we're not even going to hear about him. You know, he was weird. I think he was really weird, and his wife seemed a little weird. So I don't know, but I don't think that any of them were in a position to lead. And you want leaders at the end of the day. Look at that. Oh, the battery is low. Elijah.
Oh, thank you. Why'd you leave the stream?
Cause I'm talking forever.
Hey everyone, it's me again. Yeah, but hey, that Kamala is like, what do you expect? She talks in word salads. She's not that's just showing that she's not a leader, because she couldn't even give people over 10-minute speech.
That's terrible.
She didn't come to make a speech last night. The people out there rallying for her.
Yeah.
Like, it shows that she's not a leader. It shows it right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that was really short. I just went in my room, listened to some music. I listened to like 1-2 songs, came back out. And Mom was like, "Oh, it's over." I'm like, "What?" But yeah. But really happy and grateful to God that Trump won. It's really a very inspiring man, inspiring president. You know, all that he's been through and all that he's going through, and he's still going and he's still fighting. Respect that so much, and it's very inspiring. I feel like everyone should be, take something from that. Tell me what he did his first term. There's no illegal immigrants.
With no open borders.
Case closed.
Yeah. Now tell us what Kamala did. I hate when they try to. I always ask, and this man done talk for years talking about what he's done and what he's going to do. Mm-hmm. Tell us what Kamala did.
Black clown spreading hate. I mean,
well, you know what?
That's
Show
how you see
your
it.
picture, Brandon Phillips.
Not Brandon.
Show Brandon Phillips. We want to look you up. Show us who you are. You know, because
like Black Panther.
Yeah, he's like,
who you are.
I mean, show us who you are. That's Black Panther. Show us who you are. I mean, they talk behind the screen and just want to be insulting and whatever. You know, everybody has a right to their own opinion.
Thanks,
you know?
TCH.
And we can be, show some respect. We don't have to we can agree to disagree, but we don't have to start calling people names and stuff. We're not trying to talk about you.
Oh, you saying it again?
Huh? Yeah, that's because he weak.
Yeah.
He weak. Like, only weak little imps.
He's a beta male.
Yeah, he a beta male. The little weak people. The only weak people hide behind a screen and just try to say dumb stuff. I mean, you must be a child, because it sounds like a child talking. I hope you don't have kids, because that's not a good example for your children. For you to be, so immature.
Yeah, he's Sigma.
Yeah, to be that immature, it's just that's why this channel is called Speak the Truth. It's our truth,
Should we make her a mod? She's saying for the mods to kick Brandon out. We should make her a
mod.
Okay. Making a mod, Andrea.
Yeah, so it's a lot, that's going on in this world, and like a lot of people are just looking at this election that it was all about red and blue Democrats and Republicans, but that's not true. This was about the world, people. The world was watching the election. The world was on pins and needles about the outcome of this election because they need a strong America. The world needs America to be strong because we have a lot of corrupt world leaders and communist leaders around the world. And if America can't put the rest of the world in check and keep the peace, then we're all done. You know, we got to have strong leadership in this country. And is no one on this stream that can tell me that that woman and Tampon Tim represented strength. They did not represent strength. They did not represent confidence. They did not represent leadership. It wasn't there. You got to have a star for you to have a freaking rally. Something is wrong with that picture. You gotta have like a entertainers. All it was like it was just big entertainers. Every one of her rallies for people to come. That showed that people weren't really 10 toes down for her like Trump, because Trump didn't have stars. It was him. He was the one that people came to see, which it should be. He was the candidate. But she had the biggest stars. It don't get any bigger when you bring it out. Beyonce, you got Taylor Swift supporting you, Oprah, and just a list. Robert De Niro, Julie Roberts, all these.
Robert De Niro.
Yeah, Robert De Niro. He on there. Oh, he gonna come for me. He's on Bill Mayer's what's his name, Mayer's show, talking about like he's not thinking about y'all. And The View, Whoopi Goldberg, and all my
they out in public.
I gotta watch The View. I don't know if any of y'all saw The View, but I haven't seen it yet because I don't know. Most definitely watched their meltdown with Sunny Halston and Whoopi Goldberg. I can't wait. But we did watch Chinks from the Young Turks. Oh, you want to see a great meltdown?
Oh, that was gold.
Go watch. Yeah, he was just so funny. I mean, he's funny. He had probably one of the best meltdowns you ever can see. So he was mad about everything about her, the campaign, how they ran it, all of that. But she was a plant. We all know she was a plant. Yeah. So even Hillary Clinton that ran was a better candidate. Yeah. If you're going to say she knew government, her husband was president, she was secretary of state. She actually knew how to run the country. This lady didn't. She didn't.
Yeah, she could always.
If she
needed help.
Her husband, Bill Clinton. He'd have been first gentleman. So
I have another Monica Lewinsky probably.
No, it would have been a Ted problem. Oh well, you talking about him and the interns. Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know how many people stayed up last night to watch what happened. Did any of you guys had to go to work? I was not going to go to work today. Did anybody had to go to work after watching it late last night? And if you did, what was like the atmosphere at work today? Exactly. Like, what was the atmosphere? Was anybody talking about the election or the results of the election or whoppers? Okay, you retire. Okay. Yeah, I'm quite sure that people like during lunchtime or whatever, that people probably was kind of bringing it up, like even in like people do kind of bring it up. You can tell when to talk to people, when not to, but I know that it was on a lot of people's minds today, like to go to work today after they found out the result of the election. So I hope it was positive for most of you. But I don't know. I gotta read some of these. I can't see it from there. They dressed in black. Oh, you said dogs are running like mom. Okay. Yeah, I just went over to my monitor. I got a huge monitors and stuff in here just to see some of your comments. Yeah, so I don't know. It's like I just hope that whatever we could do, we still got to continue to support We got to continue to support Trump because
God rest your mother's soul. Trump won last night, so it's great. But God rest her soul.
what? Something happened to her mom?
Yeah, they said that their mom's a Trump supporter, but she passed away a year and a half ago. So it's like, what she could have solved this for.
Yeah, but I think that she got to see him be president the first go around. So thank God that she did get, but I don't know, this is just such a peculiar time. I never saw us going through all of this that we've been through. I know she would have been happy with the results of this election, and I was just praying for his strength because I wouldn't have had that stamina. I don't have it now.
Thank you, Andrea. Someone said he's still going to get attacked.
Yeah. They're going to come for him. The one thing that came out, we saw how they can't contain their hate. I mean, talking about being hateful. And they talk about how he is, while they're being as nasty, even when they talk about him, their faces are turned up. They putting on, like, they look like they're ready to growl, they talking about him.
JD with
and he
Tapper?
make jokes about him. He
JD with Jake Tapper.
yeah, he sat down with Jay Tapper and they like drilled him like a freaking CIA.
That was the actual debate.
I told you for now he didn't need to go in there. They set him up. But yeah, they real nasty. And they real nasty.
Be Cool said we should watch Lefties losing it. That would be funny.
I know. I've been going like, yeah, I am going to catch up with that. I do want to see. I think it's a lot of great entertainment. I did see. We saw a little Roland Martin, and what was funny, we went on Roland. Roland's just about black media. They must have promised him a big payday because he fought to keep us on the plantation. But I was surprised that the people in his comments, they were going at him. They talked to the words how they was, that it'll be. They went at him like, we not going for this, and you just want us to,
But Sid was the best. He was having a meltdown.
Yeah. But I want to see The View. I didn't see Whoopi and The View yet. I want to see them. And then Charlamagne made his little, like, I don't know who told the world that Charlamagne is a spokesperson for black people, but he's not.
I wonder what DL's gonna say.
Oh, DL. We want to see a lot of these. I think that Joy Reid lost her mind. Morning Joe. They're real liberal. So all the ones, they even had Al Sharpton. I think I saw just a little clip of him on YouTube. But I'm gonna make my rounds, and I do have popcorn.
Yeah, me too.
Popcorn.
Me too. Want to get the popcorn? But yeah, now even like this family, like my sister is now not in contact.
We're not gonna mess with her.
Not in contact. I'm thinking about calling her, like, hey, Trump won.
No, don't do that. She already know that. Yeah, got the popcorn. Like going through it.
No, but I could say, hey, Trump won. I know you're upset about that. But,
No.
Because you shouldn't.
No, you don't rub it in. No.
I'm not trying to rub it in.
His sister will come over here and beat him up.
She's a full-out Democrat and Kamala supporter.
Oh, she's very strong-willed. Don't mind you. My daughter, she's a lot like me.
Oh, good evening, Essence. Nice to see you again.
You could get her Instagram. You reading it?
Yeah, my popcorn
You want it?
needs a little bit more flavor.
You don't need all that sugar.
Thank you, Be Cool. You are too. Where's is Chevy here?
No, I didn't see Chef.
Okay.
I don't know if he's on here, but I didn't see him. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. We do appreciate it. We was trying out some new software today. We had different streams. And for some reason, we have been unsuccessful in connecting my YouTube channel with some of the different stream software. So we've been working on it diligently. Like, just to show you guys some of the setup. This is like, that's us. So we've been trying to, set different things up. And
I love your shirt, Mom.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you could get your own shirt. This exact shirt on our
Did we
channel.
put on the website? Well, we probably well in the comments we gotta just put it in
Well,
there.
on the
The
YouTube bio.
description, huh?
YouTube bio, you can go to the link.
Yeah, but we'll put it on this
Yeah,
video
we'll put
too.
on the video too if you want one. It's only $15.
Yeah, so we've been like working on setting everything up so that we can bring you guys on and interact with you more and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know.
Someone said DJ Dax sounds like a 12-year-old, but he said, "God save our country from Trump."
You really well. We'll pray for you for God to remove the blindness from your eyes because you are lost, and it's okay. We got you. See, the majority of the country saw through the mainstream media and all the fake news and all of the nonsense and all the lies. So it's okay. Because I don't know if things weren't bad enough for you or you saw some that this was great. Maybe you thought this was great. Who knows? Maybe you like being punished. Some people do. But it's okay. Everybody has a right to be miserable. So
Open arms.
open arms. But we don't want to. We are happy people. We don't want that misery.
Yeah,
we
we're
want
not
to be
trying to be-
prosperous and have a wonderful life and have an amazing country. We don't want this, high inflation and downtrodden
Yeah, see,
economy.
this Mark is demonic, so I'm just gonna block him. How evil of you to say that.
What did?
He would say, "Can't wait till we have someone with better aims than Thomas Crooks."
Yeah, but you know what? You have to be careful when you say things because
Yeah.
what you wish on others come back to you. See, everything they even wished on Trump, it affected them. All the lies, everything that they said, people saw through it. So you gotta be careful when you say things about people and wish things on people. Because
God doesn't like that.
it'll come back on you. You sow what you should reap. Your words really matter. So to wish harm on someone that haven't done anything to you, I'm not crazy about Kamala, but I would never wish for somebody to hurt her
Exactly.
or shoot her
Yeah.
or go through what Trump went through. I would never want if it was her that was going to court and it was Trump's what is it called? DOJ going after her and taking her fortune and people trying to assassinate her. I wouldn't want that for her.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't even think like that's. I wouldn't want that for Biden.
See, that's the
I wouldn't want that
example-
for Nancy Pelosi or any.
That's the example of
Democrats.
most Democrats that we're coming across, and
Yeah,
this is showing their character in this
Yeah.
party as a whole.
yeah.
How
To
wicked this is.
yeah, that just really shows these people. Like it's like when you look at the view and the way they talk, they're angry. Their faces are contorted. They're so upset. And the man he's been president already. He hasn't done anything that they said he has done. He left office, and the way that they behave, I do believe now. I didn't believe it at first, but I believe it now that they stole the election from him. And this time they made sure that they couldn't do what they tried to do. They wanted the immigrants to vote in our elections. A lot of them did. But America stood up. America came out. People voted early, like never before. People voted. So I'm glad that, we took back our country, from the machine. We took it back and now it's our country again. Elijah, huh? Let's see. Hey, Cindy. Hey. Hey, how are you guys doing today? They left a big mess. Like, that's why we got to keep supporting him because they're going to put out, it's going to be nonstop attack. Just because he won the presidency, they're not going to stop coming for him. They're not going to stop accusing him, trying to impeach him, or they're going to try to do all they can. And guess what? When the people that they allow to come in this country, when they do start acting up, because they will, the Homeland Security, all the people said, they're so concerned. They said it's going to happen. They just don't know when. So he's going to have to deal with what they left behind, their mess. And I thank God he's going to get rid of sanctuary cities so that it's not going to be all this catch and release that allow them to keep roaming this country. That's not cool what they've done. But they're going to blame him. They're going to lie on him. They're going to say it was his fault. Everything that goes on is always going to be his fault because mainstream media is still going to be against them, and they're going to continue making it hard, and they're going to continue lying to the people because their goal is to get you upset. Their goal is for you to believe what they're saying. Their goal is for you to believe that he did it, he's the reason, whereas this administration is the reason was why things are going to happen because of the wide open borders. It's not him, but he will be blamed for it. They're going to blame him for the economy that they created. They're going to blame him for inflation. They're going to blame him for everything. They're going to blame him.
Then people.
Cindy, think that was spit my drink out because you said no more catcher. He's on. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Like the script.
And then
Yeah.
people also brush over the fact that Trump, while
Can he see you?
when did Trump leave office again?
He left all. What do you mean? In
Like what
2020?
year?
It was 2020.
Was it early 2020?
Yeah, January is when the new president is sworn in. So it was like 2020.
Okay.
So why?
I was just thinking of something, but the year didn't go with what I was saying.
Yeah, so anyway, it's a lot. That's why we got to continue. That's why I love our social media, because whatever they say or whatever they try to put out, then our voice is here. This is our voice. We get to speak out. They're not listening to us. They have to work for people and go along with their agenda. And these people act like they really feel it personally. So news is not supposed to be biased. They're supposed to, they're supposed to put the news out and not be one-sided. But the news out now is completely and totally one-sided.
And something that I'm also, to add to that, really glad about is because the news is so one-sided, even the people that come in here and they're hating and trolling and all that, I'm glad that they're not just watching CNN and Fox News. They're hearing Republicans' point of view and perspective on what's going on with this country and stuff. So instead of always just watching CNN and Fox News, you're hearing the other side.
You're hearing real people. I think it's important. Like the reason why they said that they didn't part of the campaign, they weren't in touch with people, what was really happening with people. Trump is a billionaire and really would talk about issues that everyday people were facing and dealing with. That he was touching on what was going on, and they were telling you, well, we had the best economy around the world. We had the best, but I went to the market this morning. I spent $142 and it was nothing there. Nothing there. I think I spend on an average, maybe at a minimum, maybe $500 a week on food.
I know that.
And I can't imagine what people with right now. Say you got 3 kids, small kids living at home or whatever, and a husband and all that, and everybody to eat. You can't go out to eat with a family that size because it's too expensive to go out.
Yeah, and I know these different.
And I go out and they like,
I know these different world leaders now are sweating.
They sweat.
They don't got out super easy.
Yeah, Ukraine president, he called right away. Oh, good luck. Because see, we giving him all our money. He became rich off America. He got yachts and everything. Yeah, Ukraine president. Yeah, he's well off, extremely well off. That money don't trickle down to the people. They spending all our taxpayer dollars, but we're not taking care of here. And that's what turned me away from, being a Democrat, is because when I saw this go around that we didn't care about us.
Yeah.
That's what did it to me. I've been like a Democrat.
Yeah, and like how you were saying too, to add to that, about you didn't think that we had money for the homeless people.
No, I thought the money wasn't there when, going to work, and going downtown, Center City, Philadelphia, and just walking to the community, walking past the Liberty Bell every day, and like going to my job, you would see all these homeless people out there. And, the weather could be brutal, especially during the winter months. The weather would be brutal. People would be out there freezing. They were freezing to death, and you would give. I would go down there. I would like go find people and stuff. Not literally had to find people, but because they were there, I would have people come into my office because I wanted them to be. Yeah, that's abnormal. Because I wanted them to be warm. Like just staying here, coming to my office and stuff. I would take them, like, it's hard to have them go into restaurants because of what they look like and stuff. And I would like take them in. You with me? Take them right on in. Get something to eat or whatever. Give them money. If they need shoes, whatever they needed, just to help them, because that's what we should do. All of us should do that, and that's what I taught my kids, to be givers. Give. Don't worry about what they do. Just be a giver, because they got to eat every day. You got to give.
And but you weren't seeing that we had the money this whole time to help them.
That's the point you made. I thought the money wasn't there to help them.
Get them nice hotels.
I didn't know we could do what was done. I didn't think
cars with tons
and they
of
still
money
on the streets.
for
They
food and stuff.
they still on the streets. And they stepping up. They can't even go into the hotels that legals are in. They got go to New York. They got skyscraper building after buildings at buildings for these people, and the people that have been homeless for years are on the street. I can't get down with that. That's just like that just goes right through me. And see people suffering here, and they could have been helped all along, and you're bringing people in, giving them all of our resources and not doing anything for the ones that are here. So that's the problem that I have with all of this. And then the mass invasion that's unsustainable.
Yeah, and
we can't handle it. It's too much.
Trump is going to make sure that if an illegal immigrant does something to an American citizen, they're going to pay for their crimes.
Well, yeah, he has to do that. Right now, they're not paying. Like I don't know if y'all saw it in the news, but one of the illegal immigrants, a lot happening in New York. He raped a 5-year-old little girl. And these people look brutal. These people look dead in the eyes. They like Trump said, these criminals make our criminals look like Boy Scouts. These people are treacherous. That child is done. She's done. She's done for life. There's no recovering from something like that. Cindy, I love your hair. Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's not going to be able to recover from that. I'm glad that he didn't kill her, but how do you, a 5-year-old recover from, and those people are brutal. This is the stuff, how many news medias have you heard them even tell you what happened? There's a lot of stuff happening that they're not putting out there because of the election. I'm quite sure you might start hearing it more now. You'll hear it all the time once Trump get in office. They're there because they'll be under his watch then. You'll hear, what is he doing about it? Look what happened here. And,
Like, you remember what... you remember what I think NBC was saying?
What?
After he was announced the winner of the presidency?
What? They was...
That lady, how she was totally saying all this, that Trump's a felon and Trump's...
Yeah, they talking about correct. They were saying he won while they were ostracizing him. I'm like, it's just so... they still at it. So, it's terrible. So we just hope that we all let the man get this job done. He only had 4 years, and that's not enough time, I believe, to turn all this around. But we're going to have to support him because it's going to be a lot. So they have to be done here. I want my son to be able to buy a house. I want him to be able to, things be affordable enough for him. He has his family. He needs, you want your kids or whatever to grow up that they have opportunity. They don't have opportunity like this. It costs too much. It costs too much. Go try to buy a house today. It costs too much. So, and if you want to sell your house, to buy another house, the interest rates and whatever is unbelievable. So you just, we gotta be wise. But I'm so happy that this country came through. She talking about, I know y'all sad. I'm like, she delusional. Y'all upset. No, we not. We happy because look, I'd have been in a depression and she probably won because it was no hope with her. There was no hope because even her demeanor has proven that she was not the right one for
I would have
office.
been out this country because it probably would have been another war.
It was like, oh, they were coming for us. You best believe Putin and them, they were coming for us because it was nobody who was going to protect us. So you think she gonna go and she gonna stop a war? That they gonna listen to her and she can't talk to media? She can't talk to her supporters? I mean, really think about it, people. Don't forget to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. So anyway, it's a lot going on. It's been going on, and we're just so happy that he won. The best is yet to come. We got to continue to support him because they not giving up easily. They're angry, they're mad, and you know everything he does is always all this negativity, and everything he tries to do for the good, they're going to give him bad media, bad press. No matter what he says, it's going to be twisted. But we're here, so we can speak the truth here, and we can support him, and we could get the real truth out. Yeah, yeah, she was funding the wars. They're gonna hate Iran. Like Trump said, they had no money. Now they got billions and billions of dollars. They got, I think, nuclear weapons now. They funded freaking Iran. This is, I mean, the stuff that's been going on. If we knew really how bad this administration really was during this election time, we nobody would vote for them. But they have been showing their colors. So they've been doing stuff to let us see, but some people, no matter what she was doing, they even now, oh, she was so perfect. Nobody's saying that she just was unqualified, that she just wasn't the right woman. They said, oh, they got a problem with women. That's what it is. Men don't have a problem with women. Men don't have a problem with women. They don't have a problem with a woman becoming president. They had a problem with that woman. I had a problem with that woman. I don't feel that woman was the right person. I don't feel that woman was strong enough to be my president. So it was that woman. Tulsi, hands down, 10 toes down. She a boss. She a soldier. That lady, look, she could be my president.
Yeah.
She knows she's no joke. Someone like her, yeah, you got to, she's something to deal with. She soldier all the way. She could be president, but not this soft, afraid, frightened, 5'3" woman. No. She's not the one. She's too fake. She couldn't even address people without a teleprompter. That says a lot about who she is. You couldn't come out and say, apologize for not coming out to speak to y'all last night, but it was really upsetting. And I'm human. I was having a hard time with it, but I'm here now, and I just want to let y'all know that thank you. I love y'all. Thank you for your support. And we're going to work along with this administration. And, she had attitude to me when she even conceded with Trump and all of that. She could have made it a lot better than what she did. And then I think she should have had more to say. People waited for since this morning, I think 3 in the morning or 1 in the morning to hear from her. And everybody had to wait for 4 o'clock today. So, I don't think that's real leadership. But anyway, you guys, we're going to get off of here. I'm going to try to work out this software. You want to say something? Because we've been playing around with this stuff and, have everything. And I had to try to connect this so that, that it'll be a better stream. Because, I've been getting the different software. It's just that it's not connecting. So that's what I'm working on right now. But I appreciate you guys for
the concession speech is trending.
The concession speech is trending. It was horrible.
And it's
also it was weak.
It's also trending. Trump cheated 200,000 tweets.
Yeah, those are bitter people. I don't know how he cheated and controlled the election, but
And 400,000 tweets says, "Do not concede, Kamala.
do not concede Kamala.
Recount
Yeah,
2024."
but he had over 5 million people more that voted to get the unpopular vote. So 400,000 to, that's just the popular vote that he won. So they're gonna be mad. She could see she had to, because there was no way for her to win. He won even all the swing states, all of them, and the numbers weren't there for her to win. So that's the only reason why she conceded. I'm quite sure she didn't want to, but she had to, and I'm happy about it. Bye, Felicia. Have a good life. Go back to San Francisco, you and Doug. So I'm quite sure you're not gonna pretend to be black any longer. That she don't have to, now she could be herself. She don't have to act like she black. So that ought to work for her. She can go back to being Indian. She don't have to be black. So you won't see that any longer. You won't see her behind the church pulpit acting like she a preacher. Well, she was doing all that. Yeah, y'all. And I guess that's how you talk black. Yeah, y'all, and all that. She was really an actress. She was like behind the pulpit. She became a preacher too. I was like, this is a lot, y'all. So anyway, we're gonna get off of here. We gotta have some dinner. And thanks for joining us. You can get the shirts. We'll be on here tomorrow unless something come up. But I want to work out this software because I'm tired of doing it like this, because I do have everything. And I don't know why I'm not connecting. Corinthians 14, 34, 35, women should remain silent in churches. They are not allowed to. Yeah. I prefer a male pastor. We was going to a church. The spirit in it was not, well, my past is, so I guess a mega church. I've been going to a lot of mega churches. And I participate. I don't just sit in the pews. I teach, and I was teaching even praise dance and stuff like that too, like the children's ministry and stuff like that. And I do sound. I'm a sound tech. And but like just going to, those churches and everything. And I had like my pastor, but it became more like the pastor's the celebrity. My pastor, he got a big head. He think he that guy. And he tried to, it was just it was just like Jesus wasn't the star in the church. It was like he was like he was like a lot of attention, for lack of a better word. I'm not trying to really talk about him like that. But then like we stopped going there, and we started going to another church. But the pastor husband, he had passed away. I don't know what happened to him, but we just had visited, but we was going there. And now the wife was preaching, but I don't want to be under a woman's ministry. And then I noticed, like, when she would bring people in, they were still women. Like, you got to let the men preach too. So she wasn't doing that. So now we're looking pretty much for another church. So that's what we're doing right now. Just trying to find another one to go to, because like the Bible said, I'd rather have a male preacher. And Kamala, her commercial with pastors had women bishops and all that.
That flopped.
Yeah. They remember the commercial. She had an ad with Londa Adams, Mary, Erica Campbell, and women pastors and bishops and stuff. And I'm like, I wouldn't want to go there, because just like what that scripture was, I want the pastor to be a male pastor. On Trump's here. Okay, you got, I want him to be a pastor. The real man for Harris, yeah. But yeah, so anyway, thanks for joining this. And if something come up, we'll come back on. If not, we're going to see you guys tomorrow. And hopefully I'll have, that commercial was terrible. Andre, it was horrible. I couldn't believe it. All these were paid actors. These people are supposed to be representing God. They're going to put man over God, knowing that this woman was not a believer and she mocked God. She said God wasn't welcome at her rally. And first thing these black preachers did was run out and they so starstruck. Oh, she the vice president. I don't care who she is. She's not Jesus. You know, they all Google eye over her and stuff, and just putting like forgetting biblical principles. And they have sheep that's following them, so they're going to answer to God for all of that. But anyway, yeah, I didn't like it. But you know, some videos I want to do regarding these pastors, they all need to be sat down. Every last one of them that supported her with this charade and trying to lead people down the wrong roads, they all need to be sat down. They all need to be removed from the pulpit. All of them need to be sat down. You know, don't buy their music, don't support them. You know, they need to be sat down. So anyway, you guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully you have already subscribed to this channel. Don't forget before you come on, you know, get off this channel, give us some likes, you know, share and subscribe this video, and, you know, we'll up the, you know, the quality and stuff. Just got to, you know, do some stuff to get this right. And we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We pray that all is well in your house, because everybody be going through something. So we just hope that you put God first.
Oh, I forgot to.
What?
I forgot to start it off saying aloha.
Well, because of Tulsi.
Yeah, Tulsi's Hawaiian, so she says.
Yeah, he was watching her. She serves stuff. She
Yeah.
serves and everything. So.
I love her so much.
Yeah, he does. He's a fan of Tulsi, that's for sure. But anyway, thanks you guys for, you know, spending your time with us. We don't take it lightly, and I'm gonna catch up. I gotta watch The View. I want to. You know, it's time. I gotta watch some of the meltdowns.
Got see Roland video.
Yeah, rolling. Yeah, I gotta watch him. People ain't falling for him any longer. They going his own subscribe. They going at him. You know, they like, you want us to fall for this. They are telling him. They telling him off about it. You know, so it was something in it for him. So, you know, he a clown. He the clown. This dude is like
flexing in his house with the maids.
yeah. See, they promised him money because he been trying to get this black media off, and I had supported him in the past. Now that I found out that it's like people start out with good intentions, and then that money come to play, and then they turn evil. Boy, they like. That money started becoming a thing. So even when he went off today, he said, well, y'all still on here. Y'all still supporting me. It looks like this guy is thrown off. But he's not going to get the money that was promised to him now. So, you know, so that's why he was trying so hard. He was selling us out. You know, I think we was in Africa. He'd been the one trying to chase us down and put us on the ship. He was one of them.
What I want everyone to do is look up, after the stream is over, look up the Young Turks and watch the guy reaction to the election loss. Yeah.
I see my son, he think all these people are so silly. He gets off, but he's a real fool. Shinks is a fool. I've been watching them for years, like the Young Turks, but they're progressives. Yeah. Wow. But he wasn't like he is crazy. Now it looked like he just lost his mind now. Because even when he's been on Piers Morgan, I mean, it's like he's literally lost his mind. And what's the girl name, the lady that does the show with him? Anna. Yeah, she like becoming more Republican. She kind of stepping away from this dude. But anyway, so thanks you guys. And you guys leave some comments. Don't forget, like once the stream go off, we can't see the comments. If you don't mind, like we can answer or chat with y'all through the comments or reply to y'all. You know, just leave some comments, you know, so that we can you know, y'all can share some of your thoughts and stuff, because this like all goes away, like, you know, once the stream ends. So just consider, you know, leaving a comment and you know, tell us what you like us to talk about it here, or you know, your support, just anything, you know. And we want to pray for you guys before we get off the screen. God always had me like praying for people. So I just pray in the name of Jesus for blessings over your family, your household. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. And every time that rises up in judgment, thou shalt condemn. So we just pray that God bless you exceedingly abundantly more than you can ever ask or think. So God bless all of you. And we just pray that, you know, that God keeps an edge of protection around you, because, you know, we live in some crazy times. So you never know, you know, you really need to, you know, life can change instantly. So we just want to make sure we're praying you up. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right, see you guys.
See you.
Thanks for
God
joining
bless you.
us. God bless you. Bye.